Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my podcast. Let's talk about. One semester ago, I thought that would be the first and last time that I would do a podcast, but I thought the life and probably my teacher had another plans for me. I won't take it personal. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm very grateful to talk about this topic because it is more interesting than the title sounds, and I think we are going to enjoy a lot with the main topic. And what is that? What is that topic? Well, it is regional markets. What do you think when you heard that? At first, before all the semester, when I that word, I used to think that it was aligned with the things you do when you buy food or domestic tools in your location, like where you live. Just Zacatecas, for example. For me, that was a region, and I thought the regional market was analyzed at that level, but it is not. Actually, it is not. Talking about regional markets, we are talking about geographical, big geographical stations of land. We're talking about countries as a region, and that was impressive for me. So, starting to that correction, you already have a new idea of what are we going to talk about. So, of terms are the ones that I'm going to present to you in this podcast. So let's talk about. At first, I want to start with a brave concept of my original market. After that, I'm going to show you other important terms like common market and single market that are examples of how regional market is represented, and also I'm going to explain what is trade liberalization, that it is also a main word for this topic. After that, I would like to present to you some advantages and a few disadvantages about regional market and its presentations. And I would like, with that advantages and in disadvantages, I would like to show you some examples of how they can be seen in the world. And to end, I would like to give you a personal conclusion about how I see regional market, if it works or if it doesn't for me, and how I think is the best expression of it. And yeah, that's all. Now that you know that, I would like to start with this topic. Well, at first, we have the concept about what is regional market, because according to my previous investigation on Google, I found a page named Fiveable where regional market is referred as areas where goods and services are exchanged among local, regional, but also national participants, facilitating trade and economic integration. Yeah, it's the first concept that I found, where it said that it's the change among local and regional. I was right. I was right with the 2-1, because yes, it was the first concept that I have about that, but I didn't know about the national participants, that are the countries. I knew that regional markets are created to facilitate trade and economic integration. So I could say that my first mistake, it was that I have a market as a minimum geographical level. Yeah, that was my first mistake. Another page that I found that describe this concept says that regional markets are typically defined as a group of countries and territories that are located in close proximity to one another and share common cultural, economic, and political characteristics. That is the first definition that mentions countries, but it also mention territories that are located in close proximity, which it's not that correct, because there are trade agreements where, for example, Mexico and China are involved. What I found new in this new definition is that it says that countries or territories share common cultural, economic, and political characteristics. And yeah, that's right, because there are charters that are used like a basis to know who are the right members for your trades. One of them are the young charters, and also constitution charters. There are bases of each country to decide if the other one is a good partner for you. So yeah, that's right. Well, now that you, as well as me, had a basic idea of what is a regional market, it could be more easy for us going through the other aspects of this term. Of this main topic. Well, there are two ways. How to say it? There are two ways or two types of regional markets that can be found in the world. One of them is common market. Common market is defined as a type of regional economic integration where member countries eliminate tariff, quotas, and other trade barriers among themselves, allowing for the free movement of goods, services, capital, and sometimes labor. This promotes great economic cooperation and interdependence between the participating nations. What does it mean? Well, for me, common market is where it's like a financial or commercial focuses agreement between countries or territories where you facilitate the exchange of that four types of capital between among that member states, and that the way that you facilitate that exchange is rhythm to the other privilege. What kind of privilege? Well, in a financial way, you give them zero or lower tariffs as well as quotas, and you break down all those barriers that you put for others because they are no members of your that are going to give benefits to your country. So it's like kind of it's like I see it like a form of fraternity between countries, like okay, I'm a country and the other ones are enemies, except for you because we have similarities, probably just in financial basis. So I see that you have something that I want and I have something that you want. So even when everyone is my enemy, we have some necessities that we can cover among each other. So I start to see you as my brother, you know? Like, yes, probably you can hurt me, but if you hurt me, you hurt yourself. So we are more like brothers, like sisters, like siblings. So that's the way I see common market. Another form of regional market that is found is the single market. But the single market for me is as an utopia, because just one region had been successful to introduce that kind of common market, and probably you actually know which is. If you don't, it's the European Union. For me, it's like an utopia, because even when it existed in our reality, it's an exception. Have tried, and probably are trying to copy or they had failed, and the only one who stand up, even in its words, I'm sorry, is the European Union. So that's why, for me, even when it is a reality, for me it's more like an utopia, because it's an exception. And what is single market? That is what I'm going to search right now. Okay. Single market is European Union. That's simple. No. Well, yeah, it is. But let's find another. Yeah. when I search it, it can be read. Single market, European Union. Well, wait. Here it is. Okay. For the page of NBN, a single market consists of a group of countries that do not charge tax or on goods and services they import from and export to each other, thus forming one market. The term is commonly used when talking about the European Union and the United States-Mexico Canada Agreement, TEMEC, sometimes referred to as NAFTA 2.0. Okay. Here, this definition mentioned another regional market, that is TEMEC. Even when it looks like a similar trade agreement, it is not. For me, it is not, because European Union, in the terms of security, use something that TEMEC don't. I'm sorry, doesn't. European Union, in terms of security, use the cultural similarities. Yeah. They make their citizens seeing every other citizens of another member state as the same, as they are of the same nation. For the European Union, there are not something like Spanish people, German people, even when actually they exist, they see each other as European people. They see each other as a whole community. Like, they are not the other, they are just one. And that is something that I thought it is an achievement for European Union, that use that strategy to strengthen and to strengthen and improve that huge agreement. And that is something that they make doesn't even try. As you can see, nowadays, for every single person that are not born on United States, or even the one that was born but have not a sentence from United States, are aliens. Yeah. It's all I can say. How you want to achieve the same influence that or progress that the European Union has when you see your principal members states as aliens. That's why I can see TEMEC as a single market. I can't. But I can understand if some web pages put it. But for me, it's not. It's not single market. But European Union, it is. It is. And I would like, I dream of an American Union in a near future. But as how to say it, but as the time passes, it looks quite long. Yeah. So that's all. Another concept that I would like to mention is trade liberalization. The trade liberalization is one of the most important points. I mean, it's like the basis of regional markets. But to understand it, we need to know about it. Okay. Trade liberalization refers to the removal or reduction of restrictions or barriers on the free exchange of goods between nations. Such barriers could include, as I have mentioned it before, tariff, such as duties and surcharges, and non-tariff barriers such as licensing, rules, and quota. Trade liberalization is the free market for me. Even when it is related with capitalism, it has its pro points and negative points. I mean, yeah, positive points and negative points. It is quite useful to member states because trade liberalizations brings all the advantages that I will mention in a moment. So it's the way that countries can expand their economy, their influence in their culture in a healthy way. In their capital also. In a healthy way, without hurt anyone. So yeah, I think it's the best and the property way to expand around the world. Like making boundaries with the other and making partnerships, not just like where it was. Not just like before when people just came to another region, make genocides and create new communities without caring of the other ones who they hurt, they put down. So yeah, I think it's the best way you can grow. So that's all. So yeah, that is all. That is all about the general idea that I wanted to construct to create or made a basis about what is general market, their main concepts, and what it represents or when you can find it. Now that we know all that facts, I would like to present you a few upsides and some downsides about that can be found in the general market and the way it is used by every society in the world. So yeah, I would like to start with the merits that I have searched and I have learned since the beginning of my course in regional market in this subject. Well, The first one is the increased rate. The increased rate is when barriers like tariffs and quotas are reduced, allowing for more trade and market access among member countries. What does that mean? That means that, as I have said 1 minute ago, when two countries want to create a regional market, they give like privilege to each other. One of the privilege are that I give you some lower prices that I don't give to others, because you will give me another lower prices in some products that I needed. So you give me that, I give you this, and yeah, we get benefits of that. One example, as always, I'm going to mention European Union. In European Union, there are lower prices in the flights around the region. You can find flights from Spain to France or to Germany in 15 euros or probably 20. That it's quite cheap. And there's people that that found more cheaper to buy things in another country, in a near country, and that they rather to go to the other country and buy what they need there instead of their own country. For example, I have heard about some people that they prefer to, for example, they're from Denmark and they prefer to go to Germany to buy what they needed instead of buy it right there. Why? Well, because the prices in the other country are lower, and they have the benefits of they can go through the two countries. So they do that, and it's one advantage, a huge advantage that they have from there. And I think it's amazing. It's cool. It's the best example of what the regional market can do. Here in Mexico, yeah. Well, another advantage that we have here is economic growth. Economic growth is that integration can lead to is when the integration can lead to job creation and increased investment. As it was presented before, regional market is the exchange of capital in the 4 ways. Yeah, with goods, services, even with labor. When member states made a beneficial use of that exchange, they can improve in a huge way their economy. As an example, in European Union, as we always say, their European citizens can work anywhere they want in the European region. That create that an atmosphere where they are not brain drawn. So all the potential of human intelligence existed in Europe stay in Europe. So that involves innovation, creativity, and an improve of economy. Why? Because their citizens produce and give to the state what they need to stay to always be in a high level. So yeah, that is why European Union exists and have success. For example, in the agreement between Mexico, USA, and Canada, there was a time where you can apply for a job in the United States and Canada, and they give you 6 months to work there, and that involves a lot of job mobilization, and that improved the economy among the region in a certain way that it was positive. But since all the since probably 1 year ago or two, that start to drain, all because the new message and the new ideology that the new governments of certain part of the region want to implement now. So that kind of ideology start to present that job mobilization as a way, as a kind of invasion and stolen of jobs. So that it was not good for the economic growth, and as you can see, it was decreasing right now. Yeah, all because of that, all because one type of capital is not working well. But as we know, it's not just that type of capital. Services and goods are also falling down. Another example of how upside can become into downside as a background. Yep. Another advantage is the lower cost and higher efficiency. It says product methods. Yeah, that's right. When a region start to exchange goods and services, there a diversification of products are created. So there are more competency, and as you know, competency is always good for everyone. So prices start to fall down, and you can buy more products, and you can get more of what you need. As an example of it could be in Mexico. The avocado, that even when we produce it, when we export to another regions, we also have competency from United States because they also produce avocado. So what we do is that when they don't produce avocado, we can produce them for them, and we have some crisis of the missing avocado. They can give the product to us. So that kind of practice are beneficial in a regional market. That you are not following the seasons, you see when you will be able to eat something, you can eat whatever you want anytime you want, because there always be a product from another place that will serve you in anytime you want it. And another example can be, for example, the production of cars and the production of technology, actually, because in the United States don't produce all they needed for their technology. Who actually does is Mexico and China. So they bring to them the missing parts, what they needed to get finished products. In that way, United States can sell them back to us, but as a new product, not as a prime element or a brutalistic piece, So yeah. Now we are gonna talk about other upside that is called diversification, and it happens when business can diversify their market presence, spreading risk across different markets. So yeah, sometimes businesses can become like how to say it, like a quite of international. When a business became international, presence everywhere. So that can create also economic growth for the country, for the origin country where they belong. Because, for example, Walmart, that has its origins in United States, when they enter into the regional market and start to installate some markets here. When every one of us buy one thing from there, the money, the capital that we give to them, even labor, give them what I try to say is that all the capital that we gave to that kind of firms are give them back in money to the country of the United States, to the government of the United States. So in that way, the government of the origin market can receiving capital even when the firm are not there, are in another country. So that's why regional market is also beneficial. For example, if OXXO wanted to expand to another regional areas like South America, or all their income will be brought back to the government of Mexico. In that way, when the government of Mexico have more economic growth, even when the firm is no in the country, all because the firm have its origins here. So yeah, that is what does that mean. So that are all the advantages actually. So now that we know all the advantages, I would like to pass to the drawbacks. Talking about the disadvantages, one of them is the loss of sovereignty. Loss of sovereignty is when member countries might have to cede some control over their trade and other policies to the regional body. So when you are part of a regional market, you can be protectionist, because when you are part of a regional market, you have to keep on mind that you are not alone anymore. You are part of a system. Sorry. And in that system, cooperation is necessary and even obligatory. So you can close to the others, because you are not just a country anymore. You are a region now. You can have some policies of like conservation, but protectionism is rejected. So yeah, one disadvantages of that is that you have to be open-minded about that sense of danger with other member states. Yeah, you should see it as your siblings, not that's aliens. Like someone that we know. Yeah. Well, now I'm gonna pass to another downside of regional market. The other one is the increased competition. That says domestic industries might face intense competition from producers in other member nations, potentially leading to job losses. Yeah, that is related with what I'm talking about what I was talking about in the last point. That, for example, an issue that we have right now in Mexico is that our farmers are losing not even jobs, are losing sustainability, and even the whole production, because they don't have the necessary elements for a good implementation of agriculture. And instead, the USA farmers they do, and when this start to happen Mexico, who is the main consumer of corn, decided it was better to buy corn from USA market farmers than Mexican farmers, even when the Mexican farmers have more quality in their product. As I have said, they don't have the necessary to produce it in a massive way, and they they are not well paid. So what does the government do? They decided to budget from farmers that actually have the necessary for a creation of a massive product, and that's even when the seed are cheap, they sell it in a cheaper price. So the government decided to do that, and they made another internal issue because the trade diversification leads to increased competition, and that increased competition will align with inequality. That is another drawback of regional market. Then, what inequality is? Inequality refers to the benefits of integration might not be distributed equally, leading to greater economic and social disparities between member states. This is aligned with all I have said just 1 minute ago. As I have said, an example of this is the Mexican and USA farmers. Inequality exists when in a regional market every member state help or not help to the producers or even the policies of goods in the same level and in the best way. In the example that I have been saying, farmers are not working in an equal way. In this case, USA farmers are in a better level than Mexican farmers, even when the product that they are selling are of a high quality in Mexico. But that is an internal issue that we have in Mexico. But the fact that regional market reject a kind of protectionism for a Mexican farmer and for a Mexican corn is an inequality that exists here. And that's when I say that the power of the member states is involved, because we can say it to we can forbid anything that the United States want to make in any case, but United States can do that with us, and that is with the issue power is related. In our case, the TEMEC agreement will always be more in favor of the United States because of their power, and they can be protectionist. They can hide arancels. They can put barriers every time they want, because they can. But in our case, for example, when governments want to make a policy to protect our crown. It was rejected from the United States, all because that. So that is also a huge drawback of the regional market. That, you know, there always will exist an inequality of power, inequality of resources, inequality of privilege, and that in an increased competition will always benefit to the region that are in a high level. USA, in the case of Europe. In the case of Europe, actually, they always every member state of the European Union are always trying to be in the same level. And with the trade diversification, there are complications. If one doesn't work, the another disadvantage that are related, I have to say, is the spread of economic issues. That is when economic problems like financial crisis or inflation can spread more easily across the region. That is one reason for the United States to don't create an integrated regional market with Mexico. As you know, these kind of economic problems have existed in every regional market. For example, the European Union have a significant issue with Greece when they had they passed through a financial crisis. I think it was a recession. But even when it happened, they worked to improve the issue, and they turned it into an area of opportunity, and it was in favor of them. But it is a reason for United States and Canada to not create a more integrated regional market with Mexico, or because of that, because Mexico for them is a not stable economy in a certain level. And yeah, we represent like a danger for them, but they also take in favor its powers. I think there are other factors like related with culture and probably in ideology that don't allow it to create that integrated market. And at last, we had the risk of conflicts and slower decisions as a background. And it says that there can be conflicts over the allocation of benefits and cost, and decision making can become more complex and slower with more members. That is also related with all that we have said. there always be some member states that will prefer protectionism instead of instead of cooperation. There always be member states that even when they benefit from other member states, for them there will always be a barrier that could be cultural, that could be financial, that could be economic, or probably social, that will create a space between the neighbors, and that would be quite a hard issue to solve if they want to create or follow the steps of the only organizations that have survived and function in all the levels that is European Union. So yeah, in general, that are all the demerits of the regional market. That doesn't mean that it doesn't work. Instead of that, as we can see, is all the disadvantages are followed by the one disadvantage follow to other, so it's more like the consequence of unfunctional work. But that doesn't mean that regional market is not positive for our global society. Well, now that we know all the disadvantages and advantages of regional market, and we can explain to us with some examples, I would like to give you my personal opinion about regional market. For me, regional market is an innovative and a new way of create boundaries, of create cooperation in a high level without violence, without put the other down, or without create segregation among the countries involved. I think it's the most diplomatic way of cooperation in the world. I actually think it's a creative way of relation with our neighbors. I just not but it always depends of the country, of the context of every region. For example, European Union is the example of that it works, but their success depends in a huge percent of their context, because they don't have the factor of post-colonization or decolonization. They don't have the fact of trying to make expandizations anymore. Sorry. They don't have the fact of being colonialism, because there was a long time ago, and as I can see, they are not more into it as before. They're still being abusive with some ex-colonies, but they have not that ideas of expand their territories as our neighbor. And I think that is also a fact. And there is the fact that they also had, in a certain level, good economies. In our case, we lack regional market, even with the leaders that we have nowadays. More specific with United States, because as we can see, Canada and Mexico have tried to be more close to each other and try to support in every area, but this time our region are passing through a period of protection, and that is not beneficial for the regional market, because the regional market is cooperation, is validation, is work together with the other, and is don't see the other as an enemy. And that is something that we are feeling right now. I think regional market are being improved more in the future. I think regions can consolidate in a more productive and huge level, and I think there are some agreements that even when countries are not near, can create excellent trade agreements between them. But countries need to open their boundaries, their barriers. I hope you like this podcast. examples that can explain in a better way all the facts involved, I will glad to read you. So thanks for hearing me,